through random chance again. Paul, who's emailed a couple of questions, and this is the second one. How about that? Here it is. If Twiblats works out, the war between the land and the sea, which two other alien species would you like to see battling it out in a spin-off? Maybe like disallowing Time Lords and Daleks or Root and Suntarans. So like taking
that's
the
too
obvious
easy to
ones
go
out.
to.
Yeah. So two species battling it out.
My first thought would be leftovers in the death zone. Find each other and have a little battle for turf.
This just sounds like Fortnite, except it's the Doctor Who spin-off.
Or UFC. Choose your fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about Fortnite, dude.
I know. It's just like 13-year-olds in rural Kentucky play fighting games with other people around the world. That's what I'm led to believe what Fortnite is.
It's nothing to do with that. It's a first-person shooter with. And I'm just as ignorant with building a shack for some reason.
And you
I don't
dance,
know why.
and you have dances.
And you
apparently.
dance. I couldn't. I'm not 13, so I don't care.
No. I mean,
tough one.
It makes no sense. But the title writes itself. You'd have the Bandrels facing off against the Mandrels. And it's Mandrels
that's
versus
true.
Mandrels.
That's true.
From Time Lash and Nightmare of Eve.
Yeah.
Who would fight, and why would they fight?
Would you have something like the spiders from Arachnids in the UK fighting the spiders from Planet of the Spiders?
Both are pretty big. And maybe like the spider. Oh, somebody colonizes somebody else. They go, wait a second, this is our pitch. You're not on Metebelis anymore. You're in Yorkshire, and then they fight.
How about the smart Macra from back in the day against the dumb Macra from Gridlock?
Oh,
but there's a lot more dumb Macras, so they might overwhelm the smart Macras.
I was going to say that sounds like a bit of a slaughter, one side of the thing, but no, maybe.
Well, who knows?
Maybe you're right. Just the sheer number of bodies.
If 2024 has taught us anything, it's that
exactly.
stupid people can be a powerful force.
Exactly. Yeah. Somehow the gas-breathing clampers giant macra of Gridlock somehow win out over the smart
and speaking of arachnids in the UK, Packer, not an alien, but whatever, Packer versus Jerky, what's his name from Sex and the City? Like, I can't remember his name. Chris
Noth guy.
Whatever his name is in the show.
Robertson, Jack Robertson, yeah.
There you go.
So, underling of Tobias Vaughn and
or Tobias Vaughn. That's who I actually meant.
Tobias Vaughn against someone. I do feel like Tobias Vaughn is there. I mean, he's got to meet up with some other mad scientists of the day on Earth. I think they probably have to meet up sometime, don't they? I mean, they're
How
going to
about Davros versus a Celestial Toymaker? Because Celestial Toymaker would drive Davros even nuttier than he already is because he's such a force of irrationality.
Toymaker's too powerful.
Yeah,
I know, but still.
Yeah,
Davros, going back to the other day's thing where you brought up Voyage of the Damned, how about Davros versus Max Capricorn?
No. I don't think
that's low-rend humor is what that is.
Yeah, I don't think that would be made the way you think it's going to be made.
Yeah,
probably. I mean, it's for me, it's a little reminiscent of a certain South Park episode, which
we don't talk about South Park.
No,
right?
We don't. On this
won't necessarily bring up the title.
Please don't.
So literally everything is problematic.
I just call it Ableist the motion picture. How about that?
There we are.
How about a couple like megalomaniacal scientists?
That's kind of
You take what's his face from. Like, say, Invasion of the Dinosaurs versus, I don't want to say Kettlewell, but that's an easy one.
Yeah, it's an easy one. He's a misguided scientist, is Kettlewell.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Okay.
How about the Cybermen versus the robots of death? Like, they've got to be Karen Capella-sized, but they are mad. They're disgusted with these impure Cybermen who are, after all, humans converted into robots. When these are proper damn robots. So the Caldor boys are not impressed, and they go to war with the Cybermen.
I now I'm kind of thinking.
If Big Finish hasn't already done this.
Well, they might have already done that. You're thinking of monsters. Like, I'm thinking of the cocaine wars between the crew of the Sand Miner, of the Robots of Death.
Okay.
Versus the cocaine monsters on Nightmare of Eden.
They'd want to milk them for all their cocaine, wouldn't they?
Yes, yeah, exactly. So they've gone away from mining sand to mining.
I clearly know a lot about mining and drug processing. I know nothing about either of these things.
This is obviously post Watershed Doctor Who for the spinoff. It is all about drugs. It's like Miami Vice except in space. And
set in the sand miner.
It's set on a sand miner. It's in the 1970s. Somehow Blake 7 is in there too, because why not?
Why not?
And I don't think that would ever get anywhere close to. It's not like just slide that across.
That's sitting on somebody's desk where it will stay. Yeah.
Like, the final battle can be at a Club 54 kind of
Studio 54. Please, I'm going to dad you about that one.
Studio 54 type venue.
Get your debauched nonsense pits right. Come on, Chris.
So we're going to make a drug-addled spin-off series and try to sell it to Disney Plus. Is that what we're going to do here? Or is
the Cybermen are kind of like they're like the narcs. They try to come in and ruin everything. And the Caldor boys are like, no, not today. We know how to keep
the Cybermen are the good guys. That's right. The Cybermen are the good guys. They are the ones
Caldor
trying
robots
to stop
are like,
the
no,
drugs.
we want to keep these humans high or they'll tell us what to do. Come on.
Yeah, but no.
Are the Cybermen going to be like police? Like DEA kind of...
Yeah, they'll look like Cyberbrig, who I'm looking at right now. They'll have a hat and everything,
have little
sweaters.
Hats,
Exactly.
and they'll have white jackets with the sleeves rolled up, just like Don Johnson on Miami Vice. I mean, it all writes itself.
Not by a long chalk.
Jackets with say whatever on the back.
Yeah. I think we've written a winner. Cybermen as
We've certainly written something.
Space traveling drug narcs stopping the robots of death crew from mining Vraxoan from the mandrels on the Empress
with Blake 7 for some reason.
With Blake 7, it writes itself.